Hi everyone, Amber Canoy here with Everyday Kentucky. It's our journey around the Bluegrass with DG of Aging with Grace. And you always take us to some of the most interesting places. I learn a lot. So
I do too.
Where are we today?
We're at Bluegrass Hearing Clinic in Richmond, Kentucky, and we're here to talk with
Dr. Mary Solar. And this time we're talking about hearing loss and dementia. Again, there's so many correlations between hearing loss and so many other things that we can, encounter. That this is just mind-blowing, all of this to me, how it all ties together.
Yeah, and there's a big one between dementia and hearing, and we see especially with severe hearing loss, not mild so much, but more severe hearing losses, there is a correlation with dementia. We're not 100% sure what's going on or why that's there, but one of the thoughts is when you have a hearing loss, you're not engaging that part of the brain, you're not stimulating the hearing part of the brain, and what we've tried to do with hearing aids is keep your brain stimulated and also keep the person engaged. You want to keep the brain active. It's just like a muscle. You got to exercise that muscle, and the more you keep it exercised, the more that's like a protective element to hearing.
Do you find much experience with this when you're out?
Well, with Aging with Grace, we see it. And
I see it all the time.
Oftentimes the person with dementia can't hear, and no one's sure if the correlation is causation, but there's definitely a link. And it just makes sense that if you can't hear, you're not engaged, your brain's not getting stimulated, and so it's a domino effect.
Right, right. And the more we can keep the brain stimulated and keep engaged with our world and our family members and the things that we like to do, the more that's going to protect your brain.
And we have to hear to do that.
We have to hear to do that. Hearing's what connects us to everybody around us.
Yeah, you just don't think about all these correlations until you all bring it up.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, it makes sense. It makes total sense.
Yes.
Why that could happen.
Yeah. And the sooner we catch a hearing loss and we treat it with hearing aids, the more we can keep that brain stimulated and we don't let it go on. We don't want to let it go on because then the brain's not, it's like, again, it's like a muscle. We don't want to get out of shape. We want to keep that muscle working.
So staying active.
That's
in
right.
every way, shape, and
every
possible.
way,
The
shape,
brain, the
or form.
muscles, everything.
Add life to years. A journey around the Bluegrass is brought to you by Aging with Grace.